I'm going to be introducing the speakers. They will come onto the stage, they will introduce themselves in a more elaborate, and they will also present their work in front of all of you. So to kick things off and to introduce our first speaker for the day, I'd like to invite onto the stage Mr. Dhiraj Pujara, the Managing Director of Royal Technosoft Private Limited. He's an alumnus of the prestigious Dhirubhai Ambani Institute of Information and Communication Technology, and he has not only distinguished himself in the field of information technology, but also made a significant impact on the educator and impact. He is celebrated as a trainer for the world's youngest Oracle Java certified program, and that definitely speaks volumes about his teaching abilities and his commitment to nurturing young talent. And now I'd like to invite him onto the stage. If we can please welcome him with a very big round of applause.
Very good evening to all of you. Good evening, all of you. So, before going for a party tonight, let's start this event by 15 minutes of my information to you about impact of artificial intelligence and data science on education. As well as I'm going to make sure that this 15 minutes is going to be very much exciting, because using this technology, I have been training 19,000 students around the world, and out of which few students stands in a category where they cannot see this world, they are blind, as well as they cannot speak, they cannot listen. And these are the students who are getting trained on technology using this AI and data science. As well as I'm going to show you the latest technology of the world. People have seen VR, people have seen AR. I'm going to show you MR, that is mixed reality. So it's a specs, you know, if you wear it in US and I wear it in Dubai, we can be in the same room and start talking. So if we have 5 directors, residing in different countries, and they want to make an environment, let's meet at Burj Khalifa on floor, a particular floor, then they can just wear that specs and create an environment, and the entire 5 directors will be in that particular station where entire Burj Khalifa will be created, and they will be just sitting there and doing a meeting. So I'm going to show you that technology live. I have specially brought that specs for you from India. It's the only lab in India we have in Education Hub. At last, I'll be giving you my ID, my channel, wherein we also, this organization which I run, it's named as Royal Technosoft Private Limited. It's an organization which gives education right from 2nd grade to 60 years of people. And they code, you know, they don't only code, but they create applications which are useful in the right world. So if you just look at on Google, the youngest programmer of the world who is Oracle certified is my student, and he's working at Google headquarters since 10 years with a salary of 10 CR right now. And this organization, the foundation was laid just 17 years back, and we have, since 3 years, we have started a foundation with this organization where we have started training those kids who don't have father and mother. We have started training them free. We don't charge them. They can join the organization online from any part of the world and get trained between 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And we have created a job module for them. If they get trained on that particular module, after 2 years they can start their job. So I'll just start my basic introduction with that PPT. Can we have that PPT on the stage? Yeah. So that technology will take 5 minutes to display. So I have brought that specs. At last I'll be showing you that. And definitely at later stage you want to wear it and view it. I will keep it available here on the table E during the time of coffee. You can definitely wear it and see the technology. It's really an awesome technology. So basically when we talk about, can you go to the first PPT? Yeah. Thank you. The first one, yeah. So before coming to AI and data science, I would like to show you the live example, one of the live example, because there are 19,000 students. It takes more time to display them, right? So I'll just show you one example that has changed, viewpoint. This is a guy whose name is Harsh, and right from the birth, he cannot speak, he cannot listen, right? Due to doctor's mistake while his delivery was happening, there was a problem, and his neural got down, and he could not speak, he could not even listen to the things. 3 years, right, he was there with me, and we used certain data analytics, data science, and AI techniques to teach him the programming concepts. Today he is placed in L&T. We all know L&T company, right? And right now his salary is 35,000 per month as a starting package. So though he cannot speak, he cannot listen, he has started this job after learning coding, and he is not only a coder as well as a tester and a QA manager at that company. I would like to draw your attention on another example, whose name is Mohammad Azmi Nazir Ahmed. He has RP problem, retina problem. He cannot see. But through the use of AI technology, right? We all know NVIDIA company. There are a lot of tools which are being developed, and you can see that this guy is using a mobile, though he cannot see. So I have just tested him, like, can you identify me what amount of currency is this? I gave him a note, and just using a mobile, using a speech recognition software, he identified that this currency is 50 rupees. And through those technology, I mean through those software which possess AI, he started developing and learning coding. So today he is in a small village known as Himmatnagar, from a non-financial background, and today he has gone to third language in the coding. There are normally 7 languages in the world. If you learn in coding, whatever age you are at, you will be able to develop applications. Later on, we can discuss that during the networking time. So what AI is going to make a difference? So let's say, what about not going to ATM and checking the balance, just bringing that card in front of your eyes, and there is a balance reflected in your card, right? So not only this, can you play this? Yeah, you need to push the play button. Not only this, you can also use this technology in a larger way, So just seeing the newspaper, you can view current weathers rather than yesterday's weather. Just placing, if you just look at somebody's shirt, there will be an introduction. So this is the technology, the HoloLens. It's a specs. The entire computer which you operate of 1 terabyte is in the specs. And if I want to just get trained, if I want to use in medical science, if I want to train bio students, this is a technology we can use it ahead. Rather than really dissecting the heart, I can just virtually bring the entire heart in this hall, which I'm going to do it after 5 minutes, and we can dissect it. We can take a cardio. We can get trained how to take the cardio and make sure that that heart works well after eating the junk food. So not only this technology is like, it has a big store, like your Android, your iPhone has a store which has a lot of apps. So there is a Microsoft store which has a lot of applications. So you can develop your own apps and just deploy it to that store, and somebody can use it. If you want to just experience the Mars, you can definitely experience the entire Mars at your home rather than really going to Mars. Not only this, but if you want to create certain 3D models, right? If you want to train your kids on certain stories without really bringing them to Facebook or Insta or the cinemas, you can just create that stories with those 3D models inside. There is a toy shop inside that lens, and you can just bring those toys and create a story. that's the entire toy shop available on in that store, through which you can design, you can develop your own story. This is a small lab, which if you really want to implement HoloLens or AI in your own business, like you want to implement it in medical industry, you want to implement it in the education industry or the hotel industry, you need to develop a studio lab, right? So let's take an example. This is a patient and the doctor is not available. The patient is there in California and the doctor is there in Los Angeles. But if we want to bring the doctor in front of him, what is the way? So right now the nurse is going to wear the HoloLens, view the entire history, and even feed whatever the temperatures or whatever the heartbeats are there, just feed in that particular HoloLens, and that goes to the doctor immediately. The doctor comes online. If you want to view the doctor in the 3D model, the patient wears the HoloLens and the doctor appears in his room and talks to that particular guy. Because many a time the patient are always, seeking the doctor has to be there in front of me. Not only this, you can dissect the body, the biology student in the lab, dissect the entire body in the augmented way, just see the heartbeats, just take that heart to the next design, and so on. So, everyone would like to see this technology? Yes or no? Yes. And at last, after this technology, I will take your 2 minutes to give you one best therapy, which is known as sun therapy. So, in today's world of technology and in today's world of race, what has happened? We have stopped remaining calm. So, I have just brought you a therapy which is known as a sun therapy, which we have applied to 19,000 students. And today we have seen there are a lot of suicidal cases in students. They just do suicide because they don't get marks, they are in a rat race, and they don't even, are able to take those stress of homeworks, what we used to do in our schools. In fact, it's a market of dummy schools now, right? So, I'll just take this device. I'll take your permission to take that device on the stage. This is, a remote streaming specs. So, this specs is very, handleable. So, I can just remove it. Now, what is a mixed reality? Let me just explain you in very simple word. See, AI is not a word of 20th century. AI started very long back, when we even used to use your Microsoft Word, and there was a spell check, and the spell check was governed by a software. That was also an AI. So when we say AR and VR, so when we say VR, it's a virtual reality. So once I wear the specs, I'm not able to see the existing environment, but I'm only able to see the inside environment. So VR seems, it gives you a motion sickness after 15 minutes or 20 minutes. So it is always said that when you watch a 3D movie, you should not watch 3D movie which has 3D effects more than 60 minutes or 80 minutes. You will have a motion sickness in that. Same way, augmented reality. So with the iPhone, if I just take a snap of this guy and I take a snap of a lion and mix it up, so I'm augmenting the actual reality. The separate pictures are real, but when I mix it, it becomes an augmented reality. Now what comes into mixed reality? So that is MR. So when I say MR, I wear this specs, I can see you people, as well as I can see a screen here, right? I can just see a screen here. So I'll just restart this device as I have entered a wrong pin. So I'll just restart this device again to enter the pin again. So I can see the computer screen as well as you people. So I'll just enter my pin 911. This is not my bank account password. Yeah, so it logs in. Yeah, can you connect now? Okay. So I'm able to see you people as well as a screen here, right? So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to bring one of the app, which is doctor's app, that is known as Heart. I may create a universe also here. So I go to that particular app. I can scroll down using my finger. My finger is a mouse here. So even if I want to take a photograph, I don't have to use my camera. I just have to say click and I take the photograph of the beautiful lady and put it on the Insta, right? With her permission. So that's the power, that's the magic. My eyes my fingers is acting with a sensor as a mouse. So let's say I go to an app which is known as an heart app. I go to all apps, right? There is something known as Awake Heart app. We have a lot of apps here, but as we have less time, we'll be able to see some of, or one or two of them. So let's say I just click here. So here I see a man here, right? So I'm just going to enter the body of this guy. You just have to help me out that whether you are able to see that thing at the back. Yes? Because I don't have a monitor in front of me. So I'm just going to enter this heart. So whenever the bio students comes in the lab, right, they all will have this specs. Right now, this specs cost heavily. It costs 7 lakhs rupees. But the IITians are developing a new model with 50,000 rupees, which is going to be a, it's like, it's about $500, $500 to $600. So if I just want to know the anatomy of the heart, or I want to go on board, I may just click anatomy. I may enter into that particular mode. So 360 degree, I can move around. And if you are wearing this specs, you will actually feel that heart. The entire heart is there in front of you. With the audio, the audio is also there. This is like a laptop. It has a speaker. So I want to see how does a pulmonary trunk works in my heart. I can go nearby, view it. Again, I want to see that, I want to go back to the heart chambers, right? Let's say. So how does the heart valves work, So it's going to show us that these are the valves. Whatever food we eat, which gets converted to blood, in case your cholesterol increases, what happens, How the blood is going to flow, how the valve is going to work. We all know about RBC and WBC. So these are the 3 leaflets. And the micro valve has 2, right? And see how the blood is flowing inside. And when there is a problem in the heart, right, due to heavy oils in the food we use, so you can see that some blood cells coming back, and that's going to create a blockage in humans' heart. So there are a lot of apps. I would like to show those apps later on as we have less time. Hope you like the technology. Yes or no? I've come all the way from India just to show you this. Right? I already have 19,000 students. I don't want to promote myself much. But I have just come here to show you this, that there is a technology which can be brought to each and every kid in India or UAE, through which we can start implementing coding in the brain itself. No AI is going to replace human. If somebody has a fear that AI is going to replace human, then that means uska gnyan kacha hai. The knowledge is weak. Right? Nevertheless, AI is going to replace human. But if you are an expert of AI or coding, after 4 years or 5 years, whether you have stocks or not, whether you have an industry, physical industry or not, you are going to be the powerful person. I just would like to show you, can you go back to the first PPT? The last 3 minutes I'm going to take to show you the sun therapy. And I can guarantee you on a stamp paper, if you follow this therapy at your home or at your office, you will remove your all medicines from your life. As well as there will be an aura created, an energy created, which is known as convincing power. What is happening in today's family is the chaos are created only because there is no convincing power. Right? So there is something known as sun therapy. Right? And this has been designed by one of the ancient person. So it is based on physics. We all know that energy can never be created nor destroyed. It can only be transformed from higher potential to lower potential. So if I create a chemical bond of that energy in my house, which has a lower potential, then the higher potential which is there around may get converted to that, and that spreads around 3 kilometers. And this energy can be created using 3 components. And that is known as fire therapy, which is used in Russia, Germany, and it came right from the Bhagavad Gita. It is this particular yagna. It is known as Agnihotra or sun therapy. It is done during 2 times. One is sunset time, one is sunrise time. So if you just download one app from the Android or iPhone, which is known as Agnihotra Buddy, you get the right exact sunset time and sunrise time in your house or in your office. And at that time, if you combine these 3 materials at your home and just lit the fire, because we all know fire is the source of energy irrespective of class, creed, color. Whether it is a Hindu, whether it is a Muslim, whether it's a Christian, fire cooks food for all of us. Right? We all know that. So this therapy, which I want to say, is known as Agnihotra Yagna, or we call it as fire therapy. And I have just placed one video about Agnihotra on my channel, which is known as Dheeraj Pujara. And that channel, you just search Dheeraj Pujara Agnihotra, you get the entire training video. I have just started a foundation 2 years back. If you wish to start this therapy at your home, you just have to dial my number, WhatsApp me that I want to start this therapy, you get the kit free at your home. So if you are living in US, it will be couriered from India free of charge. Right? And you can start that particular. So lastly, 25,000 families have started this, and they have different feedbacks on my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Thank you. So time is less, right? So I would like to move now. And definitely I am there. My material is there on the table E. You can collect it later and we can meet now. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.